What up, YouTube Alayaks? Come back at you with another custom StarCraft 2 cast. It's been a minute since my last video, just about 3 weeks since I posted. I was in the middle of working and traveling, and suddenly it was 3 weeks later, but we are back, and I'm stoked to be back. Now, you're looking at something unusual on your screen. I know you are, because I'm looking at the same thing. I promise you are not in any sort of Twilight Zone. No, we are watching Warcraft 3 versus StarCraft 2. This is the Azeroth-Koprulu Hyperwar mod, which puts Warcraft 3 and StarCraft 2 into one game, and I'm pretty sure the modders also incorporated this with the SC Evo Complete mod, so we could potentially see StarCraft 1 versus Warcraft 3 as well. It's a lot. Anyway, let's go ahead and introduce our teams. This is a 2v2 matchup. So, spawning on the bottom left-hand side of the map, it's our teal human player, Rosebudio. I guess you could call them like the medieval Terran, with his teammate spawning on his right. It's our blue Orc player, Manu, going up against team number 2, Team StarCraft 2, spawning on the top left-hand side of the map. It's our purple Protoss player, Klein, with his teammate spawning just to his right. It's our orange Zerg player, Anyone. Now, this is going to be an interesting match because I have no idea what the balance is going to be like. Balance may as well be out the window until we decide otherwise. We'll find out. I'm taking you guys along on this journey with me. This peasant going to expand in the natural base location for the humans. It's going to be hard saying humans rather than Terran. I already know I'm going to accidentally say Terran just because I am primarily a StarCraft 2 caster, a custom StarCraft 2 caster. So, if custom StarCraft 2 is something you're interested in watching more of, please consider subscribing to my channel. I cast modded StarCraft 2 content all the time, so I'm your guy for modded StarCraft content. We've got a footman running towards what is going to be the other side of the map. I suspect going to be doing some scouting, may spot this hatchery in the natural base location as well. These overlords doing their classic scouting behavior. This is so weird. This is so weird, and I don't know, like, what the humans and the orcs are going to be like, because they have hero units, right? So I'm really curious what the balance is going to be like there. This footman will spot the natural base. How many of these drones will go down is the question. One potentially going down. I also noticed there's no kill counter for the footman, so we have to kind of eyeball this. It looks like only one drone going down, maybe a second one if the control on this footman is clutch, but no, unfortunately not. It will go down, this queen, with the kill counter. So it looks like the kill counter still needs to be incorporated for the Warcraft 3 races. This is so wild. Also, I think this is hilarious that it looks like it's a transmutation mine that is mining Vespine, but they still have golden sacks that they're pulling towards their, what is this, the town hall? Is that what it is? Full disclosure, I've not looked at Warcraft 3 in well over a decade. The last time I played Warcraft 3, minus like one video I made on this channel, I hadn't played it since I was like 13 years old or whenever it came out. It looks like Khajiit, the hero, running in and is cloaked. What ability is that, I wonder? I don't think it's the... Okay, it's Windwalk. So, Windwalk moves 10% faster for 20 seconds and is invisible until he does attack, I think. Is that what it is? Okay, attacks a unit to break invisibility, yes. So, it looks like a few probes going down. And also, I think they spotted something here. It looks like a dark shrine. Is that what the ping was? We will see. This is a huge blue splotch on the minimap as well. So Khajiit is making himself well known. I wonder if this is for balance purposes, because he is a hero unit. As we can see, he's level 1 and he gains XP the more he attacks and kills things. Or I guess the more he kills things, I should say. Again, full disclosure, I already said it, I don't really know how Warcraft 3 operates. I know the very basics, like RTS style. You need economy, obviously. You have to build structures to build your units. So we have the barracks here, which is hilarious. So we have the Warcraft 3 barracks, which will build your footmen. It builds your riflemen, which are ranged units. And then eventually you can get a knight, but you need a lumber mill and a castle. Now, one thing I also want to mention with this mod is the typical casting UI that I use does not work. So I had to use this old school UI, which, you know, is fine because we have to actually look at what these units do and what buildings build what, you know what I mean? Anyway, this is a lot. So we've got what are going to be 4 DTs running to the other side of the map. We have Zerglings as well. What do we have on the production tab? We have the Watchtower, which, as I recall, is static defense for the Orcs, if I'm not mistaken. Leave a comment down below if I'm wrong. I mean, we'll find out soon. Anyway, Kajin out for blood on this Stalker, almost two-shotting this thing. We'll see if he gets it. Does he get it? Come on. Okay, so it looks like he does 3-shot the Stalker at level 1. I don't know how much damage is increased for this unit as he levels up, though. We also have what is 10 Flamecasters. So the only hero units I really remember from Warcraft 3 are a few. I think there was like Jane or something. She was a wizard or a witch. And also obviously Thrall and Arthas, the like absolute OGs of Warcraft 3. They are so sick. Arthas has such a cool backstory, man, but unfortunately it looks like the Warcraft 3 team is going to be caught out of position, but we do have the Arcane Tower, which does give detection, and the Watchtower able to do some damage, but ultimately all these, okay, no, all of them, all these DTs do survive. Is there any detection in the middle line is the question, and no, it looks like Klein is focusing down the Great Hall for the Orcs. Ultimately, though, it looks like the Troll Witch Doctor able to throw down what is the Sentry Ward, which gives detection. And look at this thing. It is here for a minute. The Sentry Ward is this permanent? Is that supposed to be a thing? It looks like the Sentry Ward is just going to be chilling for the remainder of the game, it looks like. Unfortunately, we can't see how many workers went down in this kind of team game. Also, is there a day-night cycle? It looks like the map is actually darkening, because I do know there's a day-night cycle in Warcraft 3. Is that what we're witnessing? Let's take a look. Yeah, it's totally nighttime, right? I'm not crazy. There's no way. That is so cool. It looks really cool. Hopefully it's not going to affect the recording too much. Okay, I'm also going to take away this production tab. It is just in the way. So we're just gonna go in blind. Base number 3 being thrown down for the humans. The Orcs are on 2 bases. Taking a look at the units, we have 55 workers for the Zerg, 28 workers only for the Protoss, and the Protoss actually with only 6 Stalkers as well. 37 workers for the Orcs and 39 workers for the humans, for the medieval Terran. And here we go. We also have Dern, Harpy Slayer, another hero. I'm really curious how the balance is supposed to work with these heroes. Obviously, they do show up on the minimap like a glowing beacon, so they're easy to kind of spot if you're being attacked. That is for sure. Some lurkers coming in towards the 3rd base for the humans, backed by some Zerglings and Hydralisks. This is so crazy. I never thought this would be something I'd see, ever. Oh man, the lurkers are burrowing. We do have some spell casting coming down from 10 Flamecaster, doing a lot of what looked to be AoE damage with Blizzard is what we just witnessed. 10 Flamecaster is almost level 2 at this point in the game, and all the Zerg units will get melted. This Hydralisk running for its dear life, but will ultimately go down. Simultaneously, we have what are going to be Blink Stalkers on the back of this, doing some damage to the economy for the humans. A little bit of a misclick on that blink. These Stalkers will ultimately go down. These peasants are working so hard to do some damage. What I would do would be just kind of, okay, well, I was going to say blink the Stalker back down once the cooldown ended, but we just saw it blink kind of this way. A lot of workers going down, though. This, what is this guy again? Kajind at level 2 is going to be uncloaking, but I think he only does melee damage. We've got Dern, a Harpy Slayer as well. Looks like a Shaman, if I'm not mistaken. Simultaneously, we also have an attack with the Knights. Oh, man. And I don't know. Let's take a look at the Knights. They do, what is that, 24 damage? Is that what I saw? It looks like the numbers are overlapped just a little bit. So it's a bit hard to read the UI for me, but ultimately, the human army getting cleaned up, the medieval Terran. I think that is so funny. These Stalkers, it only looks like 3 of them are left, and there's a ping here as well. We also have a Demolisher, which has ridiculous range and also does AoE damage. These Stalkers, I think it does AoE damage. I swear I saw all their shields go down at the same time. And taking a look at the minimap, Kajind at level 2. Oh, wow. This is so wild. And Dern Harpy Slayer at level 1. You know, I wonder if they should add hero units for this game mode, like Raynor and Kerrigan and stuff, because you could easily, I feel like, incorporate that. At the same time, I'm not really sure because I'm not a modder necessarily. I do work in tech, but I don't mod stuff. It would be really interesting to see, though, like Raynor going up against Khajiit or something, or Kerrigan against Dern Harpy Slayer or whatever his name was. I don't know. It seems like the balance is relatively okay. This isn't necessarily a pro game, obviously. I think both of these teams, I should say, are kind of just playing this out to see what the mod is like. I played this mod once while I was kind of on my pseudo vacation, and it was really cool. It feels really good. I mean, you're playing Warcraft 3 in the StarCraft 2 engine, and the units feel very responsive because the StarCraft 2 engine, man, is so good. It is so good. Like, to this day, it's better than any RTS I've played. I mean, Stormgate, the units feel like they're underwater, right? So you're playing Stormgate, and the units feel like they're swimming across the map. It just doesn't feel good. To be fair, I only played like maybe an hour of Stormgate. I said I was going to do like an essay video on Stormgate. I'm still planning on doing that now that I'm back home. But anyway, this to me is way better than Stormgate, and it's just a mod. And also, Stormgate had like $40 million or something. Where did that money go? I have no idea. We're not going to talk about it right now because I'm a little bit salty. These knights getting almost surrounded by the Zerglings. One of them will go down. They are so tanky, though. It's actually ridiculous. These Zerglings are moving so fast. Also, I'm pretty sure the Knights don't shoot up, so this Void Ray may do some tremendous damage. Do we have anything that shoots up? Does Dern Harpy Slayer shoot up is the question. Damage. Only ground. Okay. What might shoot up here? Oh, the Riflemen. They definitely shoot up, right? Let's see. I don't know, actually. We'll find out. We'll find out. Okay, so looks like Team Warcraft 3 is preparing for what is a siege on their main base. This is a lot of Banelings. Banelings, and I love this. The Lurker support just on the edge of the creep will be able to do some initial damage to whatever the Warcraft 3 players throw on that side of the map. But I also really love the movement of these Knights. They are so fast. That's actually ridiculous. We'll be able to potentially do some run-by damage on the Zerg economy. With, what is this? A Griffin Rider as well. I forgot about the Griffin Rider. That is sick. Great movement by the Zerg as well, keeping an eye on the map, but ultimately it looks like these Knights may be able to destroy anyone's... What is this? This is like base number 7 or something like that? That is wild. So the Knights, the Riflemen, we also have 10 Flamecaster at level 3. Base number 6 or 7 will be going down. Simultaneously, there is a push with the Orange Zerg army trying to break through this human force, but no, ultimately will run back home. Taking a look at the units, what do we got? So we have what are going to be, looks like 78 workers for the Zerg, 44 workers for the Protoss, 49 workers for the Orcs, and 59 workers for the humans, for the Warcraft humans. This is crazy, though, and we also have Tempest, which is hilarious. Tempest versus whatever this unit composition is. Who knows? Who knows what the meta is, but I guess Tempests are never a bad choice just because of their ridiculous range. I would like to see some observers kind of scattered all over the map as well, just to give those Tempests the maximum damage capabilities that they have with that range. The run-by with the Knights, though, doing some damage here. We also have what is going to be a macro hatchery, which is interesting. Not something you typically need playing as the Zerg, but the humans potentially overextending themselves here. We have Knights going up against Ultralisks, and the Knights are actually so tanky, though. They survived way longer than I expected, and here she is. No, that's a Sorceress. So I'm pretty sure, correct me if I'm wrong, the hero Sorceress is Jane. I don't remember her last name, though, or whatever her title is. I don't remember it. The Ultras will go down. Oh, no. The Overseers running over the entirety of this army will all go down. That is painful. The purple Protoss army, though, on the back of this, it looks like the transition to air was not a bad choice, because now the back door is totally open for the humans. Oh, this is going to be brutal. The human force running back to try and mitigate some of this damage, but unfortunately, I don't know if this is going to be enough, because a lot of this army only shoots down, I believe. I don't think the knights shoot up. What was that? What was that? That was some tremendous AoE. Here we go. They are the troll bat riders. It looks like they were kamikaze units. That is so many Tempests that just went down my eyes. Oh no, that hurt. That hurt so bad. I'm pretty sure I'm about to cry blood. That was wild. That was insane. Okay, so the Orcs have basically their own version of the Scourge from StarCraft 1. That's insane. They have flying, what is that? Flying banelings is what I wanted to say. Oh, wow. I don't know, man. What is the balance? What is balance anyway? Honestly, what is Imba in this situation? 2 Tempests do survive somehow. We have a couple Stalkers as well. These peasants working hard to repair their castle. And now we also have the Troll Bat Riders. So it looks like the Troll Bat Riders also don't necessarily only kamikaze. They actually also do damage. Okay, okay. Like I said, I haven't really played Warcraft with the exception of like some campaigns since I was a child. And multiplayer Warcraft, bro, I don't know when the last time I played that was. I don't know if I actually ever played multiplayer. I just played it for the campaign. I was like, that's cool. Arthas is kind of a badass. He's also kind of an asshole. But yeah, so I just really played it for the story. I was kind of really into old school Blizzard storytelling. Honestly, StarCraft 1 was really cool. Warcraft 3 was awesome. Anyway, that was some tremendous losses for the Protoss. Taking a look at the resources lost for the Protoss, actually not that bad. Only 8,000 resources lost as compared to 16,000 by our Zerg and 11,000 by our humans. Looks like the Orcs lost the least, 4,900. Now 5,000 resources lost for the Orc player. I don't even know what to look at. There's so much going on this map. The Tempests are revived. I'm really scared to see what the Bat Riders will do. And here we go. Oh, man. So many Tempests going down. What ability is that is the question. It's Unstable Concoction, I think, is what we just witnessed. What I would do is try to split the Tempests, but the Tempests are so slow. And here we go. We have actually an attempt at splitting, just as I said it. Good job, Klein. At the same time, the human force in the Zerg base did get cleaned up. I think that was a human force. I'm trying so hard to keep up with a 2v2 matchup featuring a mod that I've never looked at before. This is crazy, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, the stokage is real. We're at 18 minutes into the game. Both players, or both teams, I should say, have basically expanded all over the map. The humans really doing some damage on the Zerg side of this, of the map right here. Simultaneously, the Zerglings doing a ton of damage to the Orc forces. The Bat Riders going down as well. We have a couple left. We only have 2 Tempests left as well. These Ultralisks are looking mighty scary, though. We have a ping on this side of the map. It looks like the human force retreating to try and help take care of this. This is looking scary, though. Did the Zerg break through the main base for Team Warcraft 3 is the question. Oh, man, and just as I'm talking, I heard the beep in my headphones. I forgot to plug them in, so I have low batteries in my headphones. That is hilarious. We'll see if they survive for the remainder of this game. All of the Zerg forces do go down. Some of the human forces got caught off guard in the middle of the map as well. And yes, we do have that day-night cycle as we can hear from that wolf. So now we have nighttime. That is so cool that they incorporated that into this mod. They could have easily not done that, and the modders were like, no, we're going full send. We're going to add the day-night cycle from Warcraft 3 into this mod. And here we go. We have an air force of humans doing some tremendous damage. These Ultralisks are taking so much DPS from the Griffin Riders and the Dragonhawk Riders. But the Ultralisks are super fast. Will they get caught off guard is the question. 2 of them getting caught right here by the stun, I'm assuming from Dern Harpy Slayer, who is now level 5. Simultaneously, another attack in the main base for the humans. This this castle can't catch a break. It will ultimately go down. Not the worst thing in the world because this base is practically mined out. Oh man, this is wild. We'll see though. We'll see. Will these Tempests survive? They're kind of stuck right now. What is going on? Are they trapped? I really don't know. But ultimately, we'll all go down. Rest in peace, Tempest. That is insane. Taking a look at the resources lost. All things considered, not that crazy. 14,000 resources lost for the Protoss, and Tempests are not cheap. I really don't know if that's accurate because we saw what was basically an entire board wipe of Tempest like 3 times at the hands, or I guess at the bombs of these Troll Bat Riders. I don't know, man. I really don't know. That is crazy. This army, it looks like consolidated into one mass. We have the Orcs and the humans, I almost called them Terran that time, doing some damage. It looks like this base for the Zerg will go down. Looks like anyone and Klein are not reacting to this. I think they realize that they have to macro up, excuse me, before they decide to engage this. Oh man, this is getting wild. Oh, here we go. This Tempest is definitely going to go down. Instantly melts. Now we've got Zerg versus Orcs and humans. This entire army getting absolutely demolished. Is this it, ladies and gentlemen, is the question. This army is going unchecked. There's not a lot here for Team StarCraft 2. It's all Zerg. There's a few Tempests on the back of this. They may actually be able to mitigate some of the DPS. And here's the hero doing his whirlwind ability. What is that? Blade Storm. Doing so much AoE damage. These Tempests are caught. Oh no, these Tempests not moving back at all will ultimately get cleaned up as well. This is not looking good for Team StarCraft 2. Magus Golden, oh Goldeye, I almost called him GoldenEye. GoldenEye is what? That's a James Bond game. But doing some tremendous damage as well. These heroes are all leveled up. I really don't know what Team StarCraft 2 can do at this point, and also what is the balance? What is balance? Is this Imba? Are the heroes Imba? Because what survived at this point in this engagement are mostly hero units, I feel like, at least where the main damage is coming from. We have some Zealots here as well. They do not have charge, unfortunately. Will Dern Harpy Slayer go down? No, he just took out 2 Zealots like they were nothing. Still has half HP. That is ridiculous. And it looks like Taro has left the game. Oh, that must have been an observer. Okay, so Taro decides that, hey, look, I already know how this game's going to play out. But to be fair, though, Team StarCraft 2 is still very much in this game. They still have a decent amount of mining bases. And look at this. We have what are at least 4 Stargates building Tempests. So 4 more Tempests on the way. And looks like Team Warcraft 3 are kind of returning home, deciding, hey, look, let's macro up before we make a mistake and get too greedy. I've seen games where that's happened. You think you win, you throw your entire army at your opponent, and then you lose your entire army, and suddenly they're counterattacking you, and you have nothing. And you have nothing. So I understand what they're doing, and maybe also they just want to play this game out. I think they could have won in that engagement. To be fair, though, they lost the majority of their army. It was mostly just kind of, I feel like, hero DPS that was chilling. Oh, so it looks like this this sneaky base was found. Anyone deciding to help defend this, I really don't know at this point in the game. Taking a look at the units tab, what do we got? So we got 16 Hydralisks, we have 8 Lurkers, 1 Corruptor, and a few other units. For the Protoss, excuse me, we have 7 Zealots and 4 Tempests, and that's it. And all these icons, I don't know. It looks like a lot of stuff, though. We have Grunts, we have, what is this? We have Tauren. We have a lot. We have a lot for Team Warcraft 3 is all I'm going to say. And here we go, another engagement in the middle of the map. These Tempests, don't get too greedy, Klein. Move those back. You know what happened. Like, every single time you saw flying Warcraft 3 units, those Tempests got absolutely melted. That was insane. I'm going to be dreaming about that tonight. By dreaming, I mean I'm going to be having nightmares about that tonight. Those Tempests going down so quickly. I've never seen Tempests go down that fast in any StarCraft 2 game, I don't think. This base going down for our orange Zerg player. It looks like Team Warcraft 3 is really chilling. Anyone doing a great job at macroing up, though. I love the use of the lurkers. Lurkers are a scary unit, but unfortunately, these watchtowers, or guard towers, I should say, do have detection, as we can see, marked by this kind of eyeball icon right here. And the lurkers are not burrowing. There we go, finally getting the burrow on those lurkers. But I think this is kind of too much of a spread, and there's also, where are they? Okay, we have some Tempests doing damage somewhere else. Oh man, this is brutal. Daytime is upon us now. This is a lot of Tempests though, actually. Will they survive is the question. Move those back over the cliff, please. So the game actually looks like it may be turning around. These Tempests doing a ton of damage to the Orc and human army, to the Warcraft 3 army. That was so much damage. Oh, excuse me. That was so much damage. That was so much AoE. All the Zerg units going down in what is now a big pile of blood. Rest in peace. These Tempests do survive, and here we go, the Bat Riders. Oh, let's see it. Let's see it. That is insane. That was like, what, 4 Bat Riders doing so much damage to this Tempest. Now we only have, what, 4 Tempests left? Oh, that is crazy. And also, we'll get potentially cornered. Oh man, another Tempest going down. Will any of these Tempests survive is the question. 2 more going down. This one dangerously low. The third one going down. Only 1 Tempest survives. Bro, this is crazy. This is insane. Honestly, let me know down in the comments below. Is Warcraft 3 potentially imba compared to StarCraft 2? That is the question. I mean, look, the heroes, I feel like already are kind of something. I mean, there's no hero here. I'm looking at a water elemental. Where's the hero? No, there he is. So 10 Flamecaster right here. Did he summon that water elemental? Yes, he did. Okay, so he can summon an elemental. That is sick. Oh, wow. Okay. 1 Tempest here with 5 kills. We have 3-3-3 for this Protoss player. Oh, this Tempest is sacrificial. There's no way it survives, right? These Bat Riders not even bothering to explode. They just do damage, and that is it. I do feel like this this run by a footman is not the move necessarily. They all get totally eaten alive by the Zerg. Oh, dude, I don't know what's happening anymore. I don't know. My brain is trying to wrap itself around the concept of Warcraft 3 versus StarCraft 2. I personally think I'm doing a decent job at casting this. Keep in mind, I've never seen this mod in action before in a PvP setting, in like a player versus player setting. I only played it against AI to make sure it worked. And then I was like, yeah, it works. Let's do a cast of it. I didn't even build any heroes though, and 10 Flamecasters now at level at level 5, excuse me, does 55 damage, I think, is what I just saw. Get saved potentially? Oh wow, okay, a big recall of Warcraft 3 units manages to save 10 Flamecaster, does 49 to 55 damage, it looks like. Where is he now? Okay, here he is fighting a bunch of lurkers. His Blizzard ability is absolutely broken. Where is he? 10 Flamecaster, where are you, my guy? Oh, what is this? Is that another hero? No, it's a priest. Okay. There's 10 Flamecaster. How much damage does Blizzard do? Okay, calls down 10 freezing ice shard waves. Each wave deals 30 damage to units in an area. The shards deal an additional 10 damage to structures. Oh, wow. Okay, and I don't think we've seen it go down against structures. A run by of Zealots here, still with no charge, which actually hurts me a little bit. That hurts my soul just a little bit. No charge Zealots, bro. Anyway, it looks like they did manage to get into the base regardless. Now they're kind of running around. I really don't think they're going to do a lot to these Knights. The Knights have 320 health. Are you joking? How much do they cost? Okay, here's the Knight. Okay, it costs 200 minerals and 75 gas. I feel like maybe they should be more expensive, or maybe shouldn't have as much health. Okay. Some tremendous damage on this human side of the map right here. along with what is a warp prison. So much of this air army goes down. I don't know. After seeing what the Bat Riders do in the Protoss's shoes, I think I'd be like, you know what? I'm not building an air unit ever again in this mod because they will just get melted by the Orcs. I'd be like, yeah, let's just go like a Protoss ground mass, like just mass Protoss ground. That's what I would do. These Stalkers trying to do some damage ultimately will have to run away. So many of these units going down. And also I just noticed there's an expansion right here for the Protoss right next door to the Warcraft 3 team. That is actually hilarious. Simultaneously, it looks like there was a run by of humans on this side of the map. Did manage to take out a Zerg expansion, and the Nidus Worm coming down using the vision of his teammate. I love that. Do the Demolishers shoot up, though? I don't know if they do. We do have Magus Coldeye, though. He does shoot up, doing so much damage, soloing what is a carrier, bro. That is insane. That is insane. And the human force now kind of going towards the main base of Team StarCraft 2. Will this army survive? We have what is maybe a base race sort of situation. The Nidus Worm does finish. So many Zerglings coming out of this Nidus Worm, but they are no match, I feel like, for the Warcraft 3 force. They just have so much AoE, I feel like. And this human army doing so much damage as well. They are going unchecked, and now they have access to the production for the Protoss player. The Nidus Worm going down. We don't have any Bat Riders, though, so we'll see how much damage these Tempests do. Now we are in kind of a pseudo base race situation. Place your bets now, folks. Oh my god. Oh wow, these Tempests are still somehow alive. I really don't know how. This is crazy. I'm almost speechless. I don't sound speechless, obviously. I've been talking for 30 minutes straight at this point. But yeah, this human army is going unchecked. This is actually crazy. Looks like the Tempests are retreating just a little bit. One Bat Rider here will go down. It's a troll Bat Rider, actually. Now we are in nighttime. Can you tell my brain is broken? I can tell, because my brain is inside my body and it is broken. I can feel it. Anyway, what is this? We have a Kodo Beast as well. I don't recall what the Kodo Beast does. It looks like it has War Drums, which adds a damage increase to the attacks of friendly units. So it's kind of like a support unit, it looks like. Oh, excuse me. Misclick there. So these Tempests doing a decent amount of damage, but here we go. Oh my god, dude. Those Bat Riders, those troll Bat Riders are so insane. All those Tempests going down virtually instantaneously. That's gotta be imbalanced, right? There's no way. There's no way. The Zerg, the Ultralisks, going down to the Knights. The Knights going against Ultras is just a crazy concept to me. Great pullback, though, seeing that Blizzard was thrown down by the Hero Mage. Running that away, but this is so much DPS. That is actually insane. Look at all this blood. There's so much blood. But ultimately, the Zerg army does survive somehow. We also have what are the Vipers spotting this expansion for the humans. Ultimately, though, I think this was a little bit of an overcommitment for anyone losing his Zerg army right there. That is brutal. And it looks like now, I think we may be seeing what is a counter attack coming from our Orcs and our humans. Here he is, Khajiit at level 10, does 41 to 55 damage. That is crazy. I don't know what this plus is. I think he must be upgraded even more. So does that mean he does like 60, like 65 to 66 damage? Potentially, maybe? Anyway, I feel like I'm losing my voice. I've been talking for so long. The Lurker's trying to do something to save the base. Ultimately, though, look at this. Dern Harpy Slayer, how much health does he have? He has a total of 895 health. That is insane at level 10, which is the max level for the Warcraft 3 heroes. This is actually crazy. So He's just a giant tank. You have to add, I feel like, hero units for the StarCraft 2 players if they want to hope to compete against this kind of composition. Look at him. Dern Harpy Slayer is just breaking through all of this. This is actually insanity. So, looks like what I want to say is now pretty much the main base for the Zerg is in jeopardy. The actual main base did go down, unfortunately. Oh, this is brutal, and there's not a lot. Let's take a look at the units. We only have 5. Now, 3 Zealots for our Protoss player. We have what are 2 Queens for the Zerg player. Anyone throwing out the GG. Rosebudio returning the GG. It looks like Klein is still in this game. Oh, this is insane, though. We'll see how long Klein decides to hold out. I think he sees his Tempest. He's like, I can do something. I can do something here, but Klein, my guy, this is pretty much over. Your teammate left. Your guys' bases are basically dust. Klein also throwing out the GG. Looks like leaving the game and giving the victory to Team Warcraft 3. What an insane mod. I do think there are some balance considerations to be had, but regardless, with any modded StarCraft 2 content, it's more about fun than about balance. Anyway, if you guys enjoyed what you saw, please consider shooting me a like and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. And if you want me to cast any of your own games, I will leave my email and Discord in the description below. And I'll see you guys on the next one.